Here is the Whirlpool Accudry dehumidifier. This thing has been around for a long time. I'm pretty sure this is from either the late 90s or early 2000s. And I seriously think that this thing is just eternal because it has been through so much abuse and it still works. Evaporator coil is right here where it pulls the air in. And at one point the fins were bent over, so it wasn't getting much air through it, and the condenser coil, which is on the back, and the air comes out this way. So basically there's a fan in the middle that pulls air in from here and it blows it out the back through the condenser. That was totally clogged with dust. It was hardly getting any airflow through it, and it was blowing out really hot air. And I cleaned it and I straightened out the fins on the evaporator coil with a screwdriver at the time. That was quite a few years ago. I didn't have a fin comb, and I think I did a pretty good job because they're all open now. This has a reciprocating compressor in it. I'm pretty sure it's an Embraco compressor. 2-speed fan. The humidistat, it turns on at the same position all the time, so that's not working properly, but you can see you have off, normal, driest, and continuous mode. And then that's the bucket full light. If I take the bucket out right now, it turns on. As you can see, we lost the hose outlet cap a long time ago, and put a Coca-Cola cap on there with some spray foam insulation, and it works. So, yeah. I have had this thing apart a few times to clean it. As you can see, there's a bunch of spider webs in there right now, but yep, it has a reciprocating compressor in it. I'll try and show you another view of it from the back. And it's a nice big one too. And this dehumidifier does not have a capacitor in it anywhere. So the fan motor is shaded pull. I think it's actually made by Emerson, and the compressor is a resistance start induction run motor. So aside from the fact that this thing was full of dust at one point and the coils were, or the fins were bent, it has frozen over several times when it was running in an environment that was too cold. Like the evaporator coil was a block of ice, and it survived that, and it still works. The only time this thing ever freezes up is in a really cold, or in an environment that's too cold. Hasn't lost any refrigerant, still works great. So let's take a look at the information sticker, which is down there. I got the bucket right here. There's the float. This is a 40 pint dehumidifier. It's rated at 6.8 amps, so it's definitely has a higher power draw than the ones they make nowadays, but I don't think any of them are going to last as long as this one. Yeah, this is a great dehumidifier. It still works really good. There's the drain. And right there you can see the terminal box on the compressor. Alright, and we'll start it up and check the amp draw and the wattage. This thing hasn't really been run much for several years. I did start it up once earlier this year when I did my air conditioner and dehumidifier startup video. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Actually, I'm going to turn the other ones off first, so you can just hear this one. Turn off this one that I just made a video of. It's working just fine. And we'll turn this one off too. Both of those have a delay where the fan stays running shortly after the compressor shuts off. Alright, now it's quiet down here and we can just hear this one. This one has a real nice sounding compressor in it. noisy at first, but it quieted down. And we are pulling 6.2 amps, 440, well, it's going up. Or fluctuating, I guess. That's on low speed, we'll go up to high. And we get 6.46, 6.5. Getting plenty of airflow through the condenser, so that's still clean. Such a smooth sounding compressor in this thing. Here you can see the evaporator coil a little better with the flashlight on. It's nice and clean. Here's what we're up to now for amperage. This is on high speed. Yeah, it uses a lot of power, but certainly is reliable. Alright. The loops at the end of the coil are wet. They're starting to drip. So it is still working great. Okay, I think my meter is having a bit of a problem here. It's saying we're pulling 12.24 amps and we're at 1,161 watts. I know that's not right. Yeah, this thing is totally messed up. It says we're at 4.17 hertz, or 41.7 hertz. So obviously this is going to need a reset. I don't know what the hell happened to this. I'm pretty sure that voltage is wrong too. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with the dehumidifier, it's just the meter is screwed up. Yeah, this is pretty weird. Watch what happens when I turn it on high. Amp draw actually goes down. And I know that's not really happening, so... I just turned the dehumidifier off and we're still getting an amp draw, which is obviously an error because the thing doesn't have electronic controls. There's nothing that would be drawing current right now. And our hertz is still way off. I'm just going to shut this off and reset it and see what we get now. Alright, voltage is back where it's supposed to be, so is hertz. And we're not getting any fake amp draw. Alright, it's been running for a while now, and it is dripping water. See that or not? There you go. This thing still works great. And I can't show you what the amperage is at now. I'm sure it's the same as it was the last time I showed you, but yep. Good airflow, still working just fine.